Yo, Johnny, what do you got for me?
The man himself, Mr. Vito Scaletta.
You gotta be shitting me.
Last couple months have been pretty tough on old Vito. Sal's always hated him. Thought he was a mole for the commission, but he couldn't do anything about it because Vito's made. After the heist, Sal refused to pay Vito his cut, and then he put the clamps on him. He's been trying to limit Vito's ability to pay what's owed.
And if Scaletta can't kick up, the commissioner give Marcano permission to whack him.
The only reason that Vito is still above ground is because he has a couple off-the-record businesses. He's been using that money to pay Sal.
Gotta give Scaletta credit. Pretty goddamn tenacious.
He's lasted a lot longer than I thought he would, but the clock is ticking. A couple weeks ago, Sal sent in his nephew, a kid named Michael Greco, to help Vito run River Row. Greco's been using his guys to limit what Vito can do, where he can go. Once he has Vito completely boxed in, he'll make his move.
Scaletta has to know what Greco has planned. I'll pay him a visit. See if I can't leverage this thing with Greco to bring Scaletta around to my way of thinking.
I'm sure he'll appreciate your concern.
Partners now? Work the man who bleeds. Head to Vito's. Johnny D is an expert marksman, apparently. And as the previous cutscenes have alluded, he leaves the CIA in 1969. He takes part in the Senate committee hearing in 1971. So I was thinking, what could Donovan do after the Senate hearing? And just looking over some major historical events, maybe he takes part in the peace negotiations between the US and Vietnam. Maybe he's involved with the troop withdrawal, or maybe he takes part in some clandestine operations in Vietnam and Laos just before the ceasefire goes into effect. Maybe he takes part in the Watergate scandal in 1972. Those two would be pretty interesting, and that's all I can think of, but again, I'm curious to see what happens at the end of that Senate hearing. All right.
Any word about how it's going in there? How you think? Vito's taking his beating. Wish Greco would just...
Oh man, I got killed Vito's guys. That'd be cool if you had like a sniping contest with Donovan. Vito, come out, man. I don't want to kill your guys. Oh. Oh my gosh.
We're having some cover.
Hey, Vito, hold on, man. I just need some health.
Looks like I got here just in time, Vito.
Lincoln. How's this possible? I thought you were dead.
Bullet was deflected by my skull. Came out the back.
Talk about some goddamn luck.
Worst place to shoot a fella's in the forehead. Skull's harder than you think. Come on. We need to have a talk.
When I heard about what happened, I went to Marcano asking my cut right then and there. Figured if he fucked you and Sammy, I'd be next.
Yeah, I'm guessing he didn't go for it.
Said he wanted to wait for the heat to die down. Didn't want me running around, buying expensive shit, getting noticed. Like I'm some fucking amateur, never sat on a big score before. The money I fronted for the robbery was pretty much everything I put away. Didn't have enough to run, so I stayed. Commission wouldn't let him just kill me, so I figured I'd make that cocksucker jump through every hoop. Make him prove I deserve to get whacked. Wasn't much, but it was something.
Heard he brought in his nephew to push you out.
A kid named Michael Greco. Nephew by marriage, not blood.
Sure did a number in here.
Yeah. They were looking to see what other rackets I was running. Like I'd leave a fucking paper trail in my office. Don't bother with that shit. Look, appreciate you getting me out of the freezer and all, but, what are you doing here?
Marcano deserves to pay for what he did, so I'm going after him. Him, his brothers, his lieutenants, all of them. And I'm gonna need your help.
Look, pretty much whittled me down to nothing. I mean, this is it.
For now, maybe. Once I take back River Road from Greco, money will start coming in, it'll be a different story.
Oh, so we're partners now.
As long as you do what I say and give me what I want when I want it.
So goodbye, Marcano, hello, Lincoln Clay.
It's either that or more of this. And next time I won't be around to fish your ass out the freezer.
Nobody kills that scumbag but me. You bring me Greco, I'm in.
Tell me about his rackets.
He took over the dock union and he's got a warehouse. There's a lot of valuable shit in there. You take both of them out, Greco's finished. A couple of my guys been keeping tabs on him. You should talk to them. They'll fill you in.
All right.
Okay. Consigliere. You can call the consigliere to come pick up and store your extra cash so it's not lost if you're killed in action. Plus, once upgraded, the consigliere will collect any available kickback after you call her. Okay, that's really useful.
Vito says you're reliable.
Vito said you'd be expecting me.
Took you long enough. I'm Jock Blanchard. Vito claims you can unfug this mess and get us working men back on a job.
Maybe. Depends if the information's any good.
Used to kick up to Vito's men Andy Toretto for union work. But now that Couillon Greco got Andy squeezing everybody for more dues. You don't pay, you don't get a work permit. Poor fuck's even gotta use Greco's loudmouth buddies to collect.
This Greco sounds like a real piece of shit.
You don't know the half of it. On top of that, Andy's gotta keep the permits under lock and key. Anything happens to those, oof, ain't no work happening around here.
I'll see what I can get out of Toretto's people.
Don't start no shit, friend.
What now?
Ain't gonna worry. No.
Who's calling the police? Don't call the police. No! No, girl!
Me bad. Come on.
Yeah. Don't call the po-po on me. Hold on. Oh wait, she's an associate. Oh, he's an associate.
Vito sent me. You're Connie, right?
Yup. Connie DeMarco. Been keeping an eye on the smuggling business for Vito. Roy Thibodeau's in charge now, and it's a damn shit show.
Why hasn't Greco bounced him yet?
Oh, he bounced Roy right into a hole if he got to say so. Greco didn't pick Roy, and that puts a target on his back. Still, Roy's trying to sell the usual shit from out of Cuba. Cigars and rum, mostly. Hell, rumor has it they even selling medicine and shit to the Cubans.
Sounds like Greco scrambling.
Imagine Greco thought his Uncle Sal would give him a break, but no. So he's squeezing everyone, including Roy. Business gets any worse, Roy's gonna have to come down and see to it himself. Mind, Roy's got a few guys here and there.
Might take some persuading, but I'll get him to talk.
He's up. Shit! Shit! I'm hit!
Put
that stupid fuck down.
You Negroes are great for target practice.
Woo!
Form up on me and let's go.
I'm boxed in. Take it fire. Fuck!
He's taking out the whole team. That shit's all him. He's empty.
Oh, shit.
Fucking thinks he can hurt me. Lies.
Woo, that was close. Oh my gosh, thank God I had that tack vest.
We got us a gunfight. There he is. I'm empty.
No! Oh my gosh, that was close. Vargas painting.
Can't be happening. This ain't right.
I can make things good again for you, Roy. Join my crew.
Great. That sounds great. Whatever you say.
See? Things are already looking up.
Yeah. That was close. Okay, yeah, let's assign to Vito.
Need you guys to secure the smuggling operation at the warehouse.
Nice work. Those Fanooks never should have fucked with me. I'll send some of my crew. You take the Doc Union back, and that fuck Greco will be done.
Today, I'm sure the file on Vito's skeleton is about 3 feet thick, but that wasn't always the case. Hoover didn't even acknowledge the Mafia existed until 1957, so we weren't really keeping tabs on guys like Vittorio Scaletta till after that. Now, we know he served in World War II and did a 6-year stint in prison for theft and illegal distribution of federal rations. It's generally believed he was a made member of the Falcone family in Empire Bay, though he's also a suspect in the death of Don Carlo Falcone. Now, if he did kill the Don, Vito must have had friends in high places because he was allowed to live. He was exiled, though, and forced to relocate down here, and the commission convinced Sal Marcano to make Vito a lieutenant and give him some rackets.
He's around somewhere.
Yeah, boy.
Check out that area over there.
Shouldn't have.
This is nobody's fault but yours.
Okay, so that's Toretto, I can tell, because I shot him twice, but he didn't actually die. He's just waiting for me to pick him up, take him down, throw him around. Toretto, where are you? There you are. Wait a minute, how come I can't,
Greco's on his last. You standing with him or me?
Fuck you. All right, I'm with you.
Vito will be happy to hear that.
Okay, so once again it was glitched, but because of my previous experience I knew enough to press circle to recruit him. Okay.
The dock union's under control. Put some of you guys on it.
I'll send them over. And Lincoln, just 'cause Greco's a dipshit doesn't mean he's a pushover. He'll probably send out some of his men, have them try and take you out. So watch your ass. Get your hands on Greco and rough him up all you want, but don't kill him. That's for me.
How did Lincoln Clay convince Thomas Burke, Vito Scaletta, and the woman known as Cassandra to work together?
He called a sit-down. He told them to meet him at an old plantation house in the bayou. When he had them all in the same room, he laid out how they were going to take down Marcano. Lincoln could be very persuasive.